What about just the last person here as well? Danny DeVito. Did you ever get to do work with him?
Not um not in person, but he was on the sessions for Space Jam.
Mm.
He played a villain from another planet named Swackhammer, and he was being Danny DeVito. I also worked with him indirectly. He was in an M&M's commercial. He was dressed as an M&M, walking around and asking people if they ever ate him, or would you eat me? I mean, it was just hysterically funny to see him in an M&M red M&M costume because I do the voice of the red M&M,
Yeah.
and I always say, "Have you ever eaten me?"
Do you know, I love the M&M commercials. They're just in your face, but it's so brilliant. And some of the times when, I mean, the kids love it purely because obviously it's the animation, is sweets, it's chocolates and everything. But when you have the
Mm-hmm.
adults doing it, it's like, ah, I see what you did there. Ah, I see what you
Yes.
did.
Oh, sure.
Especially,
But
oh yeah,
knowing that I do the red M&M is one thing, but
oh
I don't
yeah.
know if you know who does the yellow M&M.
Tell me then.
Okay, there used to be a show on HBO called Oz, OZ. It was a prison show. It
Mm.
was hardcore, really hardcore. And the worst guy in the prison, he was like a white supremacist. He was a psychotic murderer, you name it, anything bad. And so my wife at the time was watching this show, and I came home and she said, "Have you seen this show?" And I go, "No, I haven't." She said, "Sit down. Now watch this guy right here." And I'm looking, and she said, "This guy's no actor. This guy's the real deal. He's not acting." And I kind of looked and I started laughing, and she said, "What?" I said, "I know him." She said, "You do?" I said, "Yeah, he's the yellow M&M." And who we were talking about was JK Simmons. I knew him like almost 30 years ago from the M&Ms. We worked together on M&Ms, and he still does it to this day. And when you think about him and his career, he played J. Jonah Jameson, and he played, he was in Whiplash. He won an Oscar. He's been in a zillion things, and he's a journeyman. I mean, 2 days after he wins an Oscar, he comes to work and records M&M's commercial. With me.
Yeah. I bet you did you ever say to him, "What are you doing here? You won an Oscar. Go away now."
No, no, no. He's what you call a journeyman.
Mm.
Everything seems to have like some equal importance to him in his craft.
Is there a particular M&M commercial there you fondly remember or like when you first saw it or first did, if you know what I mean?
Um, well, almost 30 years ago, and they still play it every Christmas. It's when they meet Santa Claus.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and it's hard to imagine that that was almost 3 decades ago.
God. I mean, I'm coming up 27, and I remember when they did do the commercial in the UK, and I remember one of my family members went, "That is a very old advert," and I went, "Yeah, but it's still good,
Yeah.
still good." Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the videos on our Creative Space podcast. You can also follow us on Spotify for podcasters, and many, many more podcast platforms. Thank you guys so much once again.